So the reason that we looked into using immersive technologies like VR is we are always, when it comes to our residences that we hand over, we're always looking to push those boundaries in terms of new technology that we put into the into our amenities and our living spaces. So we thought, why not do that when it comes to showing these properties? And as VR is constantly evolving, and it's becoming adopted more by our clients and the general public, we thought, well, now's a great time to showcase our wonderful development, which is, of course, the Watercrest. And the space and the layout and the amenities that these wonderful townhouses and villas have, it just made perfect sense. We found that this immersive experience, of course, it was exciting for our clients, which is always wonderful. You know, they really enjoyed it. But I think from a visualization point of view, clients know that when they see our renders, that's what we deliver on. So when they're stepping into this virtual environment, into their virtual villa, their virtual townhouse, they know this is what I'm going to get. And what the VR was able to show, which sometimes you don't get in renders on paper or online, is it was able to show the sheer scale of our of these buildings. You know, people really got a feel for the height of them, the size, and because sometimes it's hard to judge when you're looking at a photo. Especially what we liked is with the amenities, the river club, where our lazy river is and our gym, etc., right in the center of the Watercrest development. They're able to move around and really get a feel for the place, especially with the immersive audio as well. So if they're next to the lazy river, they could hear the audio in one ear and, you know, birds chirping in the other, the sound of water. It was something special for sure. I think the most impactful for us was definitely when we discovered with Virtuelle is to use the tablet and have external controls. That was something really special because, as I mentioned earlier, people adopting VR, it's still in its infancy, but it is growing. So a lot of people didn't know how to move around in a VR environment. So we overcame this obviously with the tablet, where the agent could be saying, right, well, you're here. Let me just place you inside one of our, they'd click and then boom, the client's in the villa and they can adjust the lighting, the time of day. That was something I've not seen in the market. And the fact that it was so seamlessly integrated, I think that was a real game changer for us. I think it ties in. It ties in really with a bit of everything. I mean, we've already got something special with the VR, but this was just almost like the cherry on top, having these immersive elements. The sound of the lazy river it honestly just made you feel like you were there. The realism as well. I mean, you guys worked hand in hand with our design team to make sure all the textures were the same and were up to our standards and, you know, reflected what's going to be handed over. As well as that, just little value added pieces as well, like in the lazy river, the flamingo that moves around. But not just that, you take it a step further where clients actually go on it and ride the flamingo around the VR lazy river. I mean, those little things, again, similar to the Ellington mindset, it's that attention to detail and those little improvements that enhance our clients' experiences. We feel like with Virtuelle, we've brought that into the VR environment as well. I think it definitely will in the future, especially now that VR is getting more into the mainstream, especially with the Apple Vision and more devices going into the consumer market. I think, especially for those overseas clients, in the future, we'll have it where people won't even need to come into the Ellington offices. They can walk around one of our properties in the comfort of their living room. And again, with AR, with augmented reality as well, I really do see limitless possibilities for this medium in the industry. the experience working with Virtuelle was very positive, definitely. Obviously, as things can change in the design phase of these developments, I thought one thing that really stood out was Virtuelle's adaptability. When there were last minute design changes, you guys worked day and night to accommodate them into our timeframes. And obviously there were some hiccups, but it's a new medium and first time we've been doing this. So, but apart from that, it was really, really straightforward, and it was a pleasure to work with the Virtuelle team.